Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another one of my Ascension messages, where all my messages are about the new energies that are coming in and helping guide us through them so that we can ascend into something more, bring utopia on earth through our inner knowing and self. Anyway, my name is Bobbie Richardson. I am a seer and a channeler. I have seen beings all my life. My mum had exactly the same gift, but she shut it down. So it went through my mum's line, very much like Alison Dubois, and I used the information that I got from everything that I saw to help clear myself. And it isn't until the last 2 years that I really started ramping up and making this work. So now I'm gone live, so that I can help guide you guys as well. So I'm creating my own utopia on earth. Met a beautiful partner, got my beautiful home, all within a couple of years of leaving a pretty bad relationship. So but today I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Hey Maggie, hey Cherie, a little bit of housekeeping. We have tomorrow a beautiful guy from US, and his name is Catman. He started his own show called Third Eye Salon, and so we're going to go live from 10 to 11, and I'm going to be interviewing him because he's starting to bring in his own channeling. And working with his own channelings and stuff like that. But he's actually, Third Eye Salon is all to do with interviewing amazing spiritual people. So his show is starting to ramp up as well. And I thought it would be a great thing, because he's such a lovely guy, to bring him on and we have a good chat about all these new energies and where it's going, and our own channelings and how channeling works and all that sort of stuff. So look out for that one tomorrow. It's at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, live on AEST time, which is Australia Brisbane time zone. And also I want to bring up that yesterday we had our second class for the teachers teaching from higher dimension class. It was so much fun, and it's expanding. So I'm really grateful. I've already had some bookings for the next 2 weeks. So people who are coming on are loving it. If you want to book for the 6th of March is the next one. It's only $20, and you'll get all my teachings for an hour. And it's so that's going to be run every fortnight, so that we can have some time, like 2 weeks in between, that we can actually use what I teach and see where we can go with that. And I also I bring through my team. It's literally like sitting in a UFO, a Pleiadian UFO, and being taught by Pleiadians as well as myself, which I'm a soul straight from there anyway. What else have we got? So we've got Catman, we've got the classes, and on Thursday I have my channeling. So I will be going live on Thursday, 8 till 8, the usual time to do channeling. But today is tarot time. For fun, I pull some cards and we have a chat about them, and then I do free CHATBAR readings as well, and have a bit of a fun family gathering every week when I do this, which is all good. I'm going to use these cards today. See if I can get the actual box for them. These are called the Druid Creator Tarot Deck. I had to cover up some of the bits that were showing, because YouTube won't allow it. So if you see that I've drawn on some of them, that's why. Silly really, because it's beautiful artwork, but that's the way it goes, right? Funny laws all over the show. Hey Marie, hey Cherie, hey Julie, hey Sky, hi Michelle, hi Mary, good to see you. Leanne, Cherie and Maggie, good to see you. Cherie, I'm just repeating Cherie again. Good to see you guys here. So we start off now. They said to say no more trying, and that's what I titled this: no more trying, just being. Now that is not the easiest thing to do, honestly, even for my own self. I mean, I'm going through this ascension process with you guys. I'm not just although I have already been in the space of where we are moving towards. So I already know that it's in its existence, sorry, or a potential for humanity to drive forward to. So it's easy for me to guide you because I've already been there, but I am still going through my own thing as well. So no trying, just being. Trying comes from the logical mind. It comes from really not feeling like you are worthy. It comes from a place of, it's very a belittled place, like oh, I'll give it a try. And we use it as an excuse. Oh, I'll give it a try. So if it doesn't work out, at least people can see that I tried, but it wasn't for me, or that sort of thing. But if it's something that your soul deeply desires to have come into fruition, we need to release the trying and just become the being. So we simply say to ourselves, I am that. That is who I am, because I can feel it at the core of my soul. This is who I am. So I'm going to move through my life being that. Just because on the outside it hasn't reflected back to me that I am that, but I know from the inside that I am that. And so you start to move through your life as if you're really seeing that finish line at the end of a race, just like the Olympic runners would have used as the visualization of, I know I am going to win, and I visualize myself winning first, and then they run. And it's those with the mindset of winning that actually win. Now, everyone says, well, not everyone can win. And that's true. Not everyone can win that race, that actual race that the Olympics runners run to. But they can win another race, or they can win in the way of, wow, I am so exhilarated by my family coming up to me and making me feel like I am a winner. Or, it is a perception of your world and your reality of how you win, how you actually move through your life. But if you walk into, one of those races and go, I'll try, then they would never just be a trier when they get to that place. So they're already a winner being in the Olympics anyway, right? It's just a different perception of the way that we look at things, and it's letting go of the logical mind giving us self-doubt and trusting our soul connection and our intuition that that's who we are at the core of ourselves, and we love that about ourselves. And then we start to take each footstep, becoming that or being that. It's important at the moment because of the changes in the energy of allowing us to really become whatever we desire. And honestly, it's unlimited. So, well, two just flipped over then, so I'll take those two. I'm so glad you caught me live too, Rebecca. Yeah, so look out for tomorrow's. I'm going to be live tomorrow with Catman. It's 10 to 11. It might be a bit late for some people on the other side of the world, but you can see the replay. It's going to be a cool interview with him, and we're going to be talking about channeling and stuff like that. He's a lovely guy. He's creating his own reality. He's stepping into his power. He's not listening to anything but himself, and he's just being, and he's very authentic. Lovely man. So catch that live tomorrow or see the replay, and you can chat in the chat bar with that too. So we'll leave the chat bar open. And yeah, and then watch out for my channeling on Thursday, or you can book into my classes. Just filling the time in while we're shuffling, right? I've got a couple of cards. Maybe that's all that's going to come out of this pack. So I'll stick with these two. What have we got here? Okay, we have the Justice card. You know what? In the end, we're all any sort of justice that is coming towards us that we have created karmically within ourselves is what we feel we deserve within ourselves, and what we come to realize within our inner core, within our inner mind. Justification of the fact that who we feel we are. They're bringing me to when we pass over, and when we pass over, we have these flashbacks of our lives going before us, like boom, 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 boom. And it's like almost like a recorded, like your logical mind is reminding your intuition or your soul, boom, 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 this is what's happened. But you're also at the same time kind of going through it to see the energy, why you're in the energy that you're in right now. And I feel like this Justice card is more to do with, why are you in the energy that you're in right now? You could walk around and say to yourself, I'm all that, I've cleared everything, everything's cleared in me. But then in reflection, you have someone that's just annoying you. I'm sorry to say that if in a reflection someone's annoying you, there is still something to be cleared. If something's still going squiff and you feel wobbly, you feel yucky in your life, something is still to be cleared. That is the indication that something is to be cleared. So I feel this Justice card is letting us know that if we were really cleared, it's like there's an acceptance of things. It's not like everything goes perfect, but you could have two people in the room with the same problem, and one is just accepting of it and letting it go really quickly and moving into creating something awesome. And the other one is, oh my God, it's happened again. I'm a victim. It's terrible. That's the difference between someone who's cleared and someone who's not. You still can have the same thing coming at you. Someone who's cleared will always see a way out, will always be able to ask their inner core and knowing that they are worthy of something more, to show them a path that takes them away from the outcome that the other person who's in a victim would fall into, because they're repeating the same problem. So this Justice card is stepping up to really say, just like the title says, stop trying and just being. But really looking at that in a microscopic kind of a way. Now, next to this card, which actually flew out upright, was the Ace of Wands. How beautiful is that sun, right? It's like, ta-da! I know who I am. I love myself. And I'm moving through life like that from now on, and letting everything else fall away that doesn't. Look at all the leaves falling away, even though they're growing off. They're actually falling off that wand. It's like, ta-da, I'm ready to let go even of what I've created in the past and move into a whole new game. Like that wand would have in other cards, it's growing, little sprouts of these leaves are growing. And in this card, they are completely falling. They've come to maturity. They're ripe to pick. They're falling. And what happens when something's come to maturity and it's ripe to pick? If it's a fruit, we eat it. It dissolves back into the ground, or it falls back into the ground, becomes nutrients. So we can use everything that we've had in the past as a nutrients for ourselves to move forward. But we are literally starting all again with the knowing now that we are in our own right deserving only the best life. We came here specifically to create the best life on this planet. And the anything ruling fractions that are coming at us, or whatever that is, they're only pushing us to our power. They're saying, really, because they know that they're source energy at the core of themselves too, they're almost going, well, if they don't see that they're just as powerful as me, then I'll keep pushing. So when we start to see that we're just as powerful and we can create our own path, and we just ignore theirs, so sorry, we don't like your reality, then we can move it to the other reality. So this is really about bringing forth a whole new action, trying something new, trying to physically put into action something completely new and seeing where it would take you. It's okay to, if you've had an idea in your head that you've wanted to formulate, you wanted to ground on this planet, but you've kept on in the past saying, I'm not ready, I'm not ready, I'm not ready. Well, you're not ready. The world will never be ready for you until you're ready for it. And so I really feel strongly with this card that it's teaching us to put down the I'm not ready or I'm trying, and just move through life being and saying, I'm gonna give this a go. And if it doesn't work out to what my expectations were, I will tweak it on the way. It's okay to tweak it. You don't have to completely let it go, but you can tweak it until it does. It's okay to shift and bend and change your mind and go within and come back out again, and keep doing that until you totally understand and get it right for yourself, who you are and how you feel about who you are, and then move forward from that. Because this is a game of releasing old programs that no longer serve us, and a game of reinventing ourselves into something completely amazing. And so many souls wanted to experience that. So we are the lucky ones that actually came here to experience that. We had to lose ourselves and feel that darkness and feel how bad it could be, for us, when we come out of the other end, how enlightened and how powerful we are to be able to release ourselves from that. When you know how to undo the knot that's tied to your leg, that's pulling you under, when you know how to undo it, when it comes to it happening a second time, it's easier because you already know the thread to pull and you can get out easier. So when you find yourself from the inner self of, that's the bit, that's the part that I always get caught up on. That's the self-doubt. That's the bit that I feel the world is more powerful. The outside world's more powerful than I, and I'm not. So yeah, 2 cards, right? And I just can't help myself. Sometimes they come through and it pours out. Hey, Freezy Peach. So good to see you guys, some of you guys in the class as well. It was such a good class. Thank you so much for being there. I really enjoy those classes, and they're only going to get better and better as we go along. It was my 2nd class, so I know that they're only going to get better and better as we go along, and I'll be bringing in more. But I'm really, really stoked with how well that went anyway. Okay, and I'll do free chat bar readings after this general reading. Let's get into some more tarot, right? Do we want to do tarot? Do we want to do some messages from oracle cards? Do an oracle next. Oracles. We can have some good messages for this week, or any messages for this week, please. Messages that help guide us in these energies that are around us. Now they're also telling me that there's these energies that last like years, like even a decade, and they're just sort of over everything, and that is the change. And then there's energies that will last a couple of years, and then there's energies, it's kind of like this layering, energies that'll last months, and energies that'll last just days, and it depends on which one we're moving through to clear what we're clearing, because it is this collaborative. The reason why that happens is because there's a collaborative consciousness, humanity's consciousness, that has a hold on time through the logical brain, and because sees things in a linear time, there's this kind of layering of energies that happen. But it's not to say that if you are present in the moment and you just turn around and go, that's it, I'm going to be the absolute potential, and you've cleared enough to do that, you can step into it. But if you even if you do say you want to be your absolute potential, the energies are present for that, whatever is blocking you, to come at you so that you can unclear it. But let's see anyway what's happening for this week. This week. Okay, so we have journey guide. So this is the journey guide, travel, change in location. I literally feel, though, it's not on the back of this is kinship, so your community. Now, I really feel with this, it's not just a journey of, as in, yes, you could be going on a small holiday. I know I am. I've actually manifested a cruise coming up, so I'm extremely excited because I always wanted to take my 2 girls on a cruise, and now my beautiful partner and I are taking my 2 girls, even though they're 19 and 17, on a cruise. So I'm really excited about that. But not to say that that is what this is. I really feel that this card is all to do with an inner journey, an inner compass within yourself, and knowing within who you are, of how much you've cleared, and now to be able to step into and bring into action the newness of who you are, literally moving through life or speaking the words or doing the actions. So it's really a journey, an inner journey that's going to end up reflecting outside of us anyway. And that could be manifesting into a holiday. It could be manifesting into a new location, a new home, just traveling around the world. Freedom to do as you please is really the feeling I'm getting from that. But it's also bringing in kinship. Like the kinship card was on the bottom, beneath the surface, this hidden truth. Like I'm really seeing this story coming out on the bottom of this deck. Goddess of dreams. So what you're dreaming, visioning, your intuition, your receptivity. She is the powerful you that is come here to ground that self into this reality. The utopia outside of us follows, or the world outside of us follows how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about the world. And so that brings up these hidden truths of who we are, that we are not just this logical game playing here anymore, where actually there's a lot more beneath the surface that can come up. And as that does come up, you might find the odd blockage coming up with it, because you still got to have your logical brain acknowledge that it's okay to step into this power that you are bringing forth. And that's going to bring you to recognizing that you can trust others again. Trusting others is a big game with all of this. Trusting yourself, that you choose the right people around. I think I brought that up in the last reading too. But so that's still present in the energy that's happening at the moment. Okay. I'm so glad you can take your girls on a cruise. You always want, yeah. Well, I took my girls on a cruise with their dad when they were only 2 and 4, and they couldn't hardly remember. And I would bring it up, and they'll be like, "I really wish I could remember." So I said to myself, it was another one of the things that I wanted to manifest: my man, my home, and a cruise for my girls. And I got all 3. So that's how powerful we are. And when you start manifesting things, especially when it becomes bigger things, you start to realize anything is possible. But the only thing holding you back is you. The only thing holding me back with my career is me. And so I'm stepping forward and taking chances now, because I don't have any fear around it at all. But I do have this perfectionism within me. So I just share that story with you a little bit so you can understand it doesn't have to be a blockage. Can be the fact that I want to be the most perfect that I could absolutely be. So for me to step out into the big wide world, I almost need waiting for me to be perfect. It's never going to happen. I have to step forward knowing that I am enough, knowing that I'm worthy enough of what I know and what I am channeling through, that I've always come from my heart and I always come from my truth and I always feel that. And that is enough. But I am Virgo times about 5 or 6. So that is, it can be a great thing because it pushes me to be more. But it also can be a hindrance because you're always waiting, the waiting game to be better. I'm clearing that right now at the moment. So I am stepping forward, and that's why I brought up the classes, started the classes and so forth, and just went, you know what, I'm just going for this. Because you get better as you go along, as you start grounding things anyway. You start to perfect things as you go along. If I'm waiting for myself to be perfect and I haven't put any action into place, then how can I be perfect? So that's the leap of faith, right? Off the proverbial cliff into the unknown and trusting who you are at the core of yourself rather than what you know in this moment and the wisdom that you know at this moment. So anyways, that's how I help myself clear myself. I hope that helps you guys too. I will take a couple more cards. The animal cards are calling me, so I'm going to go for them. I seem to be wanting to bring out some information. Animal cards. Oh my gosh, so personal choice. Oh my gosh, this is so cool because here I am saying we're creating ourselves, creating a whole new us, and it's personal choice. And I did get that message just before I started this. We're all going on our own journey. We've all got different things to clear. There's some things that we're perfect, we really get, we understand, and then we're really good and we're powerful within ourselves. And there's other things that just make us crumble. There's other things that make us feel small, and different people and different personalities that come towards us that feel all that powerful, and then you meet them and you feel small again. I mean, and we're all equal, right? So we should never feel small with each other at all. But that personal choice card in this whole deck's the only one that says it's up to you on what you want to be. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? What kind of that sort of thing. But this card specifically says personal choice of you have an animal totem within you that has a message for you. This is what this actual card says, but I'm really feeling like it's a personal choice of who you want to be, and also recognizing that everyone's going on their own journey and unclearing or unblocking their own little tweaks and things in their own way. Like your daughter or your son might have a real hard time with friends or something, but then he has this power within him when it comes to his studies, and he understands things, and he has this wisdom, this higher wisdom or something. And then you are the opposite. You might have a really good time with your community around you, and then you have a lack within your psychic awareness, and so we're mirroring each other of what we are lacking and what we are growing from as well. I know my partner is extremely masculine, most masculine guy, real action guy. And he also, is into football and all that sort of thing because he was a football player. He's a real ballbuster, sort of a real masculine guy, but that's honestly my reflection. I am extremely feminine and into the intuitive side, but he's open to that, absolutely open to all of that too. And he's teaching me how to ground things. I'm teaching him how, to bring in the spiritual awareness. It's like we're two hemispheres of the brain that's split, honestly. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so this is what this energy is all about, you and finding you within yourself from your desired outcome. And I know that did come up in the class, and I had some exercises to share for the classroom. But so if you want to go on to the classes, they're every 2 weeks, and it starts at the 6th of March is the next one, because we just had one and it's so fun. Okay, I'm going to open up I'll do one more card over here, but we'll open up the chat bar for a free reading. We'll do an angel card for this week's reading, support. Look, support, kinship. Here we are, we're gathering. We're starting to gather momentum of who we can trust, right? The greatest support you can give is yourself, that you can trust yourself to choose everyone and who you want in your life, though, honestly. Okay. Let's get my little tarot. It all ties, Freezy, please. Yeah, it does. It is the energies that are ramping up at the moment. Wow, it's so exciting because it's almost like we get it now. We don't have to be victim to our life. We can use those things that are coming at us to shift ourselves rather than being victim to it. And that gives us clarity on the fact that we can create something new within ourselves. Okay, Susan Lee. Susan Lee. Choice. I feel like there's a choice for you, Susan Lee, to be made. Oh, look at that. Choice is the first thing that come up, and the Two of Swords. This person is blinded themselves. They're holding two swords. It is like there is something coming their way that is right for them. See the horse galloping towards them, but they're not seeing beyond the, like if I'm too scared to make a choice, or if I'm too scared to make that step, I will blind myself and just hold my swords in protection, and then I just don't want to see it. I don't want to deal with it at the moment. This is the feeling I'm getting. But if you actually let go of holding the swords and you took your blindfold off, then you'll see all it is this beautiful horse galloping towards you. It's a journey that you are ready to go on, but you have to take the blindfold off first. The Knave of Wands came in also for you upside down. So Knave of Wands is someone who knows themselves and is growing their own reality. They're letting go of those people that don't serve them anymore, letting them walk away because it's not the best decision for them. And this is all to do with you and how you feel about the your surroundings. So it's got nothing to do with if you let that person go and then such and such your neighbor turns around, well, how could you do that? Well, you'll just say, you know what, this is my decision. It's how I feel. It's not how you feel. It's how I feel. It's probably bringing up other issues for that person. So that was for you, Susan. That was a bit deep, but it's good because, like I said, we're using these things that don't feel right to not be victim anymore. We're taking the blindfold off and we are seeing what's in front of us for real. And then coming back to ourselves of, okay, I gave my power away there. I've got to bring it back to me. What else have we got here? Leanne. Yeah, so please share and subscribe as well. And comment down below. It helps my everything, get out there more. Although we all know it's my energy holding me back, right? But it still helps more. I'm still going to say it. Definitely helps in action. Leanne. Nothing's coming out for you, Leanne. Okay, I'm feeling 4 of Wands. No way. Okay, I'm just going to show you something. I'm shuffling the cards, Leanne, and here I am. And the numbers that were standing out is 44. See 44 on those deck of cards in that barcode. And I'm like, full four. Ah, so, there's a really big message coming your way from benevolence or benevolent beings or your guides that wants to direct you in a certain path. And it's going to help you. Look what came out. The Four of Wands. God, I love that. And so it's going to help you manifest, ground, bring in the family, the feeling of having family, people that love you, you're grounding your utopia, partnership, even if it's to do with career, something's grounding here, and it's your wish being grounded. But there's going to be a message. Now, how messages come through with benevolent beings is they can come in your dreams, they can come in your all of a sudden an awareness or your thoughts, and then you catch yourself going, I get it. And then it's like a light bulb moment. When you get the light bulb moment, write it down, because logical mind will come in and go, nah, that's just silly. But then when you reread it, you'll go, no, I remember that feeling that came with that. That is knowing. That is an understanding. That's where I have to go. That's what I have to do. So there's some sort of message coming your way. Yeah. Debbie. And if you want a personal reading, I do personal readings. They're always open. So just go on my website, Codes to a New Reality, which is where you can also, the links are down below, book the classroom as well. So personal one-on-one readings are available. And I also do mission, what is it? Sorry. I've got two things going off in my head. Sorry. Should really focus on one. Sorry, Debbie. Yeah, so I also have starseed missions readings as well to help you understand what your mission is and where your blockages are to create that mission. So I'm also bringing up couple readings as well too. Okay, here we go. Debbie. Patience. Diamonds are standing up for me for you. So patience and abundance coming. Debbie, cards don't want to come out for you. Come on, okay. Just one card, please. They're really not wanting to. I don't want to force them either. So it's either going to come out or it's not. And they're not. But I am feeling with you that there's an abundance coming. Patience around it. Now, people hate hearing about patience. The reason why there's patience around something is because you're aligning yourself with what your abundance coming in is. And there's tweaking to still be involved within your alignment. Here we go. Success card, 6 of Wands. You're successful in your adventure. You're victorious. This is you sitting on oars. I did it. I bet my mind. I got my just rewards. I'm sitting proud, and everyone can see that. So yes, you are definitely coming into some sort of abundance. The reason why there's patience needed is because you've still got a couple of tweakings to do within yourself. Okay, that's for Debbie. Sky. Sky, we have the 3 of Wands on its side. 3 of Wands is For me, it's knowing who you are in the community. It's standing your ground of, or in the family environment, community, the people, the friends that are around you. It's starting to say, I know thyself. And here's like the family. I don't know if you can see all the wagons coming up behind, and you know that they're around you and that they're there. But just remember that in you shifting who you are could mean that you might change wagons. That was an interesting channel message. So before you knew who you were, you might be sitting in a wagon where there's friends or people around you that were pushing you to become your better self. And then when you do become your better self, then you might say, you know what, I've had enough of all this. I'm going to move into a whole new circle over here. And you still know those people. It's kind of a feeling that you still know the people, or you're shifting them into your vibration. There's something shifting for you at the moment. Okay, who else have we got? Freezy Peach, Freezy Peach was in my class yesterday. On Monday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, full on lives this week. I've got today, tomorrow with Catman at between 10 and 11 if you want to catch that one. And there's CHATBAR will be open for that as well with questions and stuff. And then we have on Thursday my channeling as well. So Monday, Tuesday, and classes was on Monday. So it's full on for me this week. And if you haven't seen it too, I did a video because a few days ago I had this image come up in the fire, and what I do is I go, I want to see something, show me something, and I click the camera. I only took a few photos, and here's an image of I was sitting with my dog, and the dog is sitting with me in the image in the fire. And I'd had that happen before in 2014 when I was creating a character for my book, and in the book, the character came in the fire straight after I drew the picture. I channeled the book through and I channeled the character through as well. And he came up in the fire. So interesting. This is us learning to be the creator of our reality and recognizing just how powerful we are in the moment as well. So yeah, go check that video out. It's only a short one. It's like 4 or 5 minutes long. I think it's 4 minutes and 44 seconds long. Go check that video out if you want to see those images that came up in the fire. Really interesting stuff. And you can do that as well. So where was I going? I was going to Freezy Peach. Sorry, Freezy. I keep diverting today, don't I? Freezy Peach. Here we go. Pop right out of there. Oh, 9 of Wands coming up for you. So this is the endings of challenges, the endings of having to be the strong one all the time and the brave one, and I'll fight your fights, I'll fight your battles, I'll do all that. Now you've like planted all of these battens that are around you, and they're literally sprouting, and they're going to sprout absolute protection of knowing that, you know what, I'm going to plant this last one in. See how he's holding, he's actually holding one of the wands here thing. And in the background over here is a bear coming towards him. So he's like saying, I'm over fighting, because he could march on out there and have another fight with this bear, or he could plant that stick in the ground, and it's created a fence. So there's a barrier between him and the bear now. I'm no longer going to play the fighting game. That sort of feelings coming up for me. And that's going to give you a lot more space within your mind to create what you really want, because you can turn around then and feel safe, and then move towards what you really want. So that'll be really good. Cherie, we have the Queen of Chalice. These are in upside down when I pulled them out, but Queen of Chalice. So you're striving for your emotional support abundance of who you are, filling your own cup with your own desired outcome. The Three of Pentacles. Now, these came, and Three of Pentacles is finally trusting another to share the workload and help each other. You know, I've got this, you've got that. That's been brought up with me a lot at the moment with this whole. There's this whole new paradigm of humanity's consciousness stepping out of the money game and coming into the understanding that everybody has the same amount of energy or worth going into helping another or whatever, and with their actions, with their emotional skills, with their intelligence, whatever, it's all equal. There is no higher value or lower value when it comes to sharing and gaining and sharing. It is just the need of the person in the moment of what you're sharing with, rather than the monetary value that we put on things. Oh, you know, an actress should be paid that amount and that sort of thing. Anyway, that's another channel message that's coming through, because they were prevalent with that. I forgot about that one. I might be bringing that up more in the channel message, but you inspire me to bring that up. So there's definitely a feeling of worthiness within yourself, of not stepping into the monetary game, but having value of who you are, without the monetary value attached to it. You know, we're housekeepers, we're housewives, and we bring up families and we don't get paid. There's a lot of energy that goes into that sort of thing, and we've got to start seeing the value of ourselves again from a perspective of who we are and what we've cleared and how we can help others and all that, instead of a perspective of what's in our bank account. There's a different feeling there. Okay, so Rebecca. Card makes a lot of sense for you, Freezy Peach. You're very, very welcome. Thanks, Debbie, for that. Thanks, Leanne. Okay, so we're going to Rebecca. So, Rebecca, you have the King of Swords coming up. Okay, I think there's someone around you of intelligence that's like they're like showing you where you're lacking within your own power of who you know you are and what you speak and how you come across and you communicate. They might be a bit more overpowering than you because you haven't taken that power back fully yourself. And when you say, you know what, I do speak with clarity, I can speak with clarity and from my heart, and I know who I am, and I am going to communicate this out to the world. I'm going to be me. And I love who I am because that's what I feel great about. So that just be aware if there is somebody coming at you, a male figure or something that's showing you that lack of within yourself, that they're only there as a reflection of the power that you are, that you denied yourself. Yeah. So M. Oh, that fell out fast. Oh, King of Swords again. No, I think I'll do that again. But interesting. It could be a message for you as well, M. But I will pull another card. Got to keep an eye on the time too, because I have to take my daughter to school, to the train station. Okay, Six of Swords is a traveling card. So we're finally moving away from what didn't serve us. We decided I'm going to step into the open waters and take my chance on where the tide or where my own inner compass is going to take me. You are moving away from that which you've created, and you're decided to move towards something new, something different here, something that this is like leaping off a cliff of faith, something that you know, really, I feel the message, the general message is really apt for you. The general message is apt for you. So if you didn't hear it, go back to it, because that has a lot that is specifically for you as well. Okay, so we have, I think we're up to Maggie. Starting to lose my place here. Maggie. Sherry, yes, trying to find a balance right now. Fantastic. So I'm glad that I can help Maggie, which is my intention. Maggie. Yeah, Maggie. Gee, why did I have to look that up? Are you feeling a little bit like not being seen by the world outside of you, of who you feel you are on the inside? To match that, there is something still within you that hasn't really, you've been still giving too much power outside of you at people coming at you, and telling and reacting to you how they feel, rather than you saying, no, I know who I am. There's something lacking there, some sort of power within you that can be shifted, which will open up a door to everyone seeing the true value of yourself, which is what you always desire, for people to see the true value of yourself. Yeah. Okay, a card just flew out there, and you're stepping into the Ace of Wands, which was in the general reading, right? Had that big sun behind it. So yeah, that beginning message is for you as well. So you stepping into the new you is going to create ripples around you that others won't be able to handle, and those that won't be able to handle it are literally going to need to fall away, because they were only there to show you your lack in the first place. So just let them fall. Doesn't matter. Who else have we got here? Julie. Have a new beginning for sure. Yeah, you do. Rebecca, makes a lot of sense. Fantastic. Thank you guys for letting me know that. I really appreciate that. Julie. Yeah, and please share this. Share it out on Facebook or wherever you want. Just share. I love that. That would help heaps. So we definitely got a few cards. Too many cards fell out for you then, Julie. You're stepping into the queen of yourself. You are. You're starting to get it. Okay, but interesting enough, a total opposite came out. So Five of Swords is a battle that we are fighting within ourselves, and it can be reflected outside as, oh, far out, another problem, another issue, another this, another that, where we are moving through our life and as a victim in our life, instead of recognizing that the battle was already fighting within yourself. And when you decide, I don't need to prove anything to anyone anymore, I just need to be me, I literally feel, it's funny because the Five of Swords is like one of the harder cards to deal with, and it's in the middle of the pack, and then you got the Six and the Seven, and you go up all of the chalices, the cups and all of that. You keep going through all of the different dynamics of the cards as a journey, if you're going to follow the journey of the tarot. But I feel when you get this, for some weird reason, you're going to leap into the Queen, because the Queen of Diamonds, I actually feel it's the Queen of Hearts. The Queen is really standing out for me for you. So I think that you're going to step into the Queen of yourself once you realize you don't need to fight. It's like you've almost cleared everything else, and you've got this one thing that you just, or there's a couple of things or something that you're just using to keep the battle going, almost like your neuron paths need it, because they're so fixated on the fact that you can't have a life without that. You can't have a life without that battle. I had many battles. Ooh, I had a lot of battles. And now I have this beautiful, easy freaking life. I'm still on this, is something going to happen a little bit sometimes? But it never does. It just never does, because I always bring myself back to, no, it's okay. Everything's fine. You're doing good. That sort of thing. Yeah, so if any of you also want a general reading, just go on my website and book that. But we've got, I think we are up to Sarah. Spot on for Maggie. Good on her. Okay, Sarah. Always get a gentle feeling from you, Sarah. Sometimes when we step into more magical self, in other words, psychic awareness, we can feel a little bit out of balance and a little bit like, is the world going to see me as crazy? That's coming up for you just in my mind, Sarah. As channel message. Sarah's card. And I also feel like the cards aren't coming out too, because they're asking us to take the reins ourselves and literally start doing this without outside forces telling us, which is kind of defeating the purpose of the fun of the tarot. But I've got to be truthful for what I say. So you have the Knave of Swords. So the Knave of Swords knows their truth. They're starting to wield the sword not as a powerful force to fight someone, but as a sword of honor, a badge of honor, of truth, of speaking the mind, of understanding who they are. But it's a Knave. It's a very new beginning. It's the start of something. They can be a little bit naive in the way that they step forward through their life. And that's just because you've stepped into another part of yourself and taking responsibility that you are that and that you feel really good about that. But the outside world might think, oh, where's she going now? Because you're going in yourself, oh, where am I going now? So just be gentle on yourself, be kind with yourself, and keep that magic still alive that you're learning about you, but be gentle and kind on yourself. Because it will get easier as you go along. You'll start to turn into, and the Knave goes into the Knight, into the Queen, and then into the King. So you will get easier as you go along, and having understanding of the power of that newness within yourself, that it won't be reflected outside so bad anymore. You're very welcome, Julie. That makes sense, complete sense for you. Fantastic. Thanks, guys. I'm going to have to leave it there. I'm going to drive my daughter to the train station. Please come with Catman and me. We are going live 10 a.m. AEST time, whatever time that is for you. I hope it's not too late, to 11 tomorrow. So that's going to be exciting. And you can go on the chat bar and have a chat or whatever, but we're talking about channeling and his journey. I'm interviewing him on his journey with channeling and everything. So it's going to be exciting. And then on Thursday, I will be live again from 7 to 8, just like same time as now with my channelings. I usually take the chat bar off. I'll see how I feel in a day. Sometimes because I'm finding my channeling is honing in more without the chat bar, but we'll see how we feel. I might leave it on and might turn it off. We'll just see in the moment. Looking forward to everything, Sky. I am too. And also check out my new videos, babies, ghosts, and the Matrix, how to leave the Matrix. That's a really huge channel message there. And also my little ditty on the manifestations that I pulled up, that I took photos of the fire, fun game that you can play for yourself as well on learning how to manifest your own reality and create something new. And yeah, classes are coming out, so in 2 weeks' time. 6th of March is the next one. You can book that already now. Go for it, guys. It's only $20. You'll learn heaps. I might even put them up on YouTube as a private thing so that you can revisit them again if you were in the class. So love you guys. And for those that can't make the classes, I might set I'll see how we go with that. I know some can't make the classes because of the time difference, or they're going to take their kids to school or something. Well, I might do another class a week later in a different time zone. I'll just see how it plays. But we just started them, and it's beautiful. They're really good classes. My team come through. I feel like they're spot on with the energies that's happening and helping guide you with some exercises to do as well. Love you. Until next time. Bye.